You know, I be having lows, but now it's gonna pick up.
Oh, I don't feel like it really had low, but
You don't
okay.
think I had a low?
Mm-mm.
No, it feels like it.
I think between you and Daddy, it's pretty low free. Okay. Oh, we moved that out the way. All right. I really wish that I just started these out, not having to edit out this extra stuff, but you know what? It's fine. We'll get it all together one day. Okay, y'all, what's up? Today's mm, I'm probably gonna be able to wear it with my buns, with my space buns. Okay. Yeah. I think we got it. No, we don't. We don't. Never mind. Okay, what's up, y'all? I kind of want to reset the stream, but it's fine. We won't do that. Okay, or just move it over some more. Okay, all right. So let me make this screen bigger. Yeah. Okay. What's up, y'all? Okay. So first of all, let me do my outfit check because today is day 4. Yes, day 4 of the permission to put it on style challenge. And today is all about, can you guess? I pretty much gave it away, but it's all about accessories. So I got my like galaxy futuristic, almost kind of like, yeah, like kind of futuristic looking um my earrings here. And then I was trying to keep the colors of the jewelry similar. So I stuck with silver this time. Y'all know usually I like to mix up like my metals, but I don't think that I have to mix up metals with every outfit. And so I got gold accessories, but even just the shape of the bracelets, like you see, is given like futuristic and kind of like abstract and very fluid. And I think that it goes along perfectly with just like the fluidity and the flowiness of the dress and the design on the dress. And I paired it with my tennis necklace. And one thing that I do want to talk about that I've never shared before with this necklace here. I got this necklace with a trade line. And if you're familiar with trade lines, you know that you get those to borrow against for credit building purposes. So it's a couple of years ago, I had signed on to work with a credit repair specialist, and I got this trade line, and the trade line was for a jeweler. And so the way to activate it was to purchase a piece of jewelry. And so I really didn't want jewelry. I really didn't want to use the trade line at all, to be honest. But I went along with it because that was the name of the game. And I ended up getting this bracelet, and I mean this necklace, this tennis necklace. And I got it first of all because I love diamonds, like I love jewels, and I love this look. And if I could have more of it, then I will. Like you can tell, even with my earrings, like the outline of the earrings has the jewels, the rhinestones around it. And I like it because it feels like, I guess like the word is edgier. Like I don't know how else to describe it, but it kind of feels like it's like edgy jewelry, but it also feels elegant. Like it just feels regal. And so I got this necklace, and this necklace was a promise to myself to, for one, fix my credit, which I did, and then life happened. So I got to go back on that credit repair journey. But it was also a promise to me that, like, it was a promise for what I wanted for my financial future. And so this is a very special necklace to me. And so I make sure that, like, I keep up with it and I take care of it. But you'll see me wear this often, but this is an important piece for me. And so um I I don't assign like specific value to all of my jewelry, but this one and there's like a couple of others that are important to me. And so the reason why I'm bringing all this up is because we're talking about jewelry today and permission to put it on. And one of the things that was given as a requirement for this section of the challenge is that you are you're taking the pieces that you have and you're creating like your signature stack. So you maybe have seen people who like layer their necklaces like I have, or you have just like a group of jewelry that and you wear particular styles of jewelry together. Like maybe you're somebody who likes to wear layers of pearls, or maybe you're somebody who likes like big geometric shapes in your necklaces or bold colors. Maybe you're somebody who prefers like softer, daintier jewelry, and that's your aesthetic. Like it's very like soft and a little bit more toned down, pared down. So whatever your thing is, whatever it is that you love, charm bracelets, big bold earrings, and maybe you don't do a whole lot with your necklaces, then everybody has their flavor. But the thing that is so cool about knowing that is I think that accessories are the part of the outfit that is very easy to forget about. But even if you're not doing a whole lot with it, it still adds so much character to your outfits. And it's also a really affordable way, and it's a very fun way to make your outfit your own. Like you could be wearing the same exact dress as me, but you're going to style it differently. Like maybe you add different necklaces, maybe you don't do the galaxy approach, and maybe you pair it with a different color, like a color that complements the colors on the dress. Or maybe you do something bigger and bolder, and it just like adds to the fun and the drama of the outfit. Like everybody has their own way to like add like character to what they do, and that's the cool thing about accessories. Now, I have not always been a big accessory person, and even now I still don't like really big necklaces. Like this is about as big as I would like my necklaces to be, and I prefer for them to be closer up to my neck. Like I love chokers, and I love jewelry that leans more to like the edgier side. So maybe that's also why I like to wear my jewelry as a like really close to my neck, because this is not really a choker. I just clamped it like really really close, like over here. But I just wasn't always a big jewelry person, and so a big part of that is because I can't wear costume jewelry for too long. Like when I'm done with this, these earrings have to come out because I once I start wearing them too long, they start to irritate my ears, and so I've had to just be really particular with what kinds of metals that I wear, or even if jewelry starts to tarnish too quickly, like that frustrates me too. And so I can be a little particular about what I choose to wear jewelry wise. But if I'm being honest, I think that that's how we all are. Like we're all particular. We all have our things. We're not going to all like to wear the same style of jewelry. But again, that's what makes it yours. Like that's what makes it add character to your outfits. That's what makes it unique. That's what makes it you. So, anyway, y'all, we're going to get into today's live. The topic for today, I got a couple of things we're going to talk about. So, if you saw the title of this, I'm going to be talking about playing it small with your style. And there's something that really interests me that I want to play around with. But I'm going to tell y'all a story about when I was playing small with my style and what that meant for my business. We're going to also talk a little bit more about your summer accessories. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to go through some of the summer pieces that I think that you should have in your closet so that when it finally warms up, for those of us, especially for those of us that are on the East Coast, like it does not feel like summer yet. So whenever summer decides to show up, we're gonna be ready for it with our outfits. And then the last thing is I'm gonna talk a little bit more about the style sessions because I introduced those in my last live. And so I want to run that back and tell you a little bit more about it and what you can expect from it. So we're going to get into the topic. But before I get into all the goodness, all the tea, I want y'all to tell me where you're watching from. Where are you tuning in from? I said that in the last live and I learned where some of y'all live, which was really dope because I had no idea where any of y'all live for the most part. So tell me where you are, shout out your city, let me know where you're watching from. And if you could describe your jewelry aesthetic, how would you describe it? What kind of jewelry do you like to wear? Let me know in the comments, okay? Okay, so I had to take a drink. Okay, so let's get into the first part of this live, and we're going to talk about playing it small. So, in day one of the permission to put it on style challenge, I was talking about what style, like why it's so important to name your style, and we described it in words. So I asked people to describe their current style, and then I also asked them to describe the style that they want to have. So in that, I discovered something about myself that I really didn't trip off of until I talked through it. So, for those of you who don't know, I ran a resale business, resale fashion. So, I was selling resale, I was going to the thrift stores and I was finding dope pieces, whether it was clothes, accessories, etc. And I was reselling them. And so I did this for, man, I don't even remember how many years it was, but I did it for a little minute. And I was also upcycling. So my background is in fashion design. I've been sewing since I was 5 years old. And it has always been my creative outlet of choice, like fashion, but especially when it came to design. And so I made a business out of it, which on the surface, like that's cool, right? But I talk often about how I feel like that business failed and I had to put it down because I was realizing that it just wasn't making money. Like it wasn't that I wasn't selling anything, but for one, I wasn't selling quickly enough. And when it came to all the aspects of running my business, there was a lot that I just couldn't keep up with. Like running retail in any form, whether it's brick and mortar or whether it's online, is its own thing, right? And there is a lot to it that requires more than just one person trying to do it all by herself. So I let that business go, and I've talked about that a few times. But one of the things that I realized, and this goes back to my style, is that when I was taking like product photos for my website and when I was marketing my fashion, I was I was thinking about other people, but I wasn't thinking about my style. Like I was really trying to accommodate everybody. Everybody. And it's because I have such a big heart, y'all, for people who want to participate in fashion but don't feel like they're it's not even a feeling, but they're not catered to. Like I hate that so many clothes are only for particular body types. I hate that so many plus size women have such a hard time finding the clothes that they need in stores. I hate it that you're used to seeing particular people modeling clothes. I hated that there were people with disabilities who are not considered when it came to fashion. Like I just have such a big heart for everybody. And it was quickly becoming overwhelming for me to try to accommodate everyone with my brand while also trying to market it. And so here's what that looked like, because that's kind of abstract, right? So one thing that I had to do for myself is I was my own influencer. I did not have the budget to pay anybody to market my clothes for me. So I was the one that was putting together the outfits. I was doing like upcycle videos, and I was doing repurposing videos, showing people how to do different things with their clothes. But in all of it, I was realizing that I wasn't really showing my style. If I had to be honest about it, and I'll show y'all pictures, I'll show y'all some pictures one day. But if I had to be honest about it, I wasn't really showcasing my style. I was thinking about how can I appeal to as many people as possible. And if I'm being even more honest, deep down, I was worried that I didn't have style. I felt like put I could create things, like I could design things, but I didn't feel confident in my ability to style. And I didn't feel confident in my style being something that other people would want or be inspired by. So it was easier for me to create content that I felt would appeal to as many people as possible, but it didn't really speak to my personal style. Even though, of course, I'm choosing the pieces, and what I'm choosing is still, I'm choosing particular things based off of what I like, right? Like that's just kind of inevitable. But I wasn't really I wasn't as bold with my style as I am now. And I was realizing that part of the reason why I was struggling when it came to attracting more people and really building that brand is because I didn't stand out. I didn't have a style. I didn't have a perspective that spoke to who I was. I didn't have a strong view. Like if you looked at my clothes, if you looked at my style, it didn't stand out. It just looked like everybody else. Even though I do have a style, I have a very particular aesthetic, a very particular brand. But even when you think about somebody like Betsy Johnson, um y'all, I love Betsy Johnson so much, and I love how quirky she is, and how different she is, and how she's just not afraid to be that person. Like she's gonna be who she's gonna be, and her design choices reflect that. But I didn't feel like I was really owning that. I didn't really feel like I was embodying that. I felt like I was trying to appeal to the masses, or better yet, I wasn't really sure who I was trying to appeal to. Like I was just creating clothes, and just creating clothes, creating looks, and then just kind of putting it out there. And I think the only time where I felt like I had a very distinct perspective was when I was upcycling my clothes. So when I was designing clothes, and I was realizing that one of the things that I love is adornments, like almost close to it being gaudy. I love I love the drama. I love jewels and sparkles and glitter and rhinestones. Like I love bright, like flashy, like adorned stuff, right? Like very similar to how like royalty dresses. I love that. I love it, especially when it comes to I watched a lot of those like Chinese shows and Korean shows. I like watching like the period pieces. So the way that the kings and queens and the emperors and the empresses, the way that they dress and how they just like adorn themselves, more so the Chinese and the Koreans, they tend to kind of be more demure with their style. Well, at least then the period pieces. But like the Chinese people, like they have like jewels in their hair, and they got the like the tassels with the beading, and they wear the like the jewelry on their face. Like I love it. Like I love that it's just so adorned and dramatic, and I really am drawn to that. And so I felt like when I was designing and when I made my solo collection for my solo fashion show back in 2019, I felt like I was really owning that. But even then, like, I wasn't wearing those pieces, I was making them and then selling them. Even when I look back at the way that I dressed for my own fashion show, I looked regular. I looked so regular. And if I could do it over again, that's one thing that I would never put on the back burner, is making sure that I look like something. Like, I want to look like I should be the first representative, the first ambassador for my brand, right? Like, I should look like I do this. And so at that time, though, it was, I was more like, put your head down, get to work, do what you got to do, and to let that be that. So I just didn't really have a strong style perspective. Like, I just didn't. And so I feel like, looking back at it now, I think that that held me back when it came to being able to attract more people. And I think about how even with TikTok, my content really started to take off when I focused less on the resale business, because I had stopped the resale business at this time. So I wasn't doing resale, and I transitioned into styling. And that was where my content really just, like, I mean, it took off. Like, I went from having less than 100 subscribers, like, and I clawed my way to like that couple hundred that, I mean, that little hundred that I had, or whatever it was. I think it was, no, I feel like I was like stuck at like 60 something followers for like the longest time. So I went from like my little 60 something followers, and it just started taking off, and I hit like 1,000, like, off of one video, and then from there it went to 10,000 and 20,000 to 40,000. Like, it just kept going and going and going and going. And then I started to see that, first of all, I have more style than I realized. But what I also started to at least like experience for myself is I was having more fun with my style. And one of my goals for this year specifically has been to be even more creative, to be even more bold, to be even more me when it comes to my clothes and the way that I dress myself, because I want to operate like somebody who inspires people. And I believe that I do already, but I want to lean even further into being who I want to be when it comes to my style, and being able to be even more creative. And so I saw this video today that made me very interested. And so she was talking about how she's on her journey to become a maximalist. And I absolutely love that, y'all. Like, that makes me feel so excited. Like, I am tuned in. I already follow her, but I am tuned in for that journey, because I think that there are more people who are maximalists. Like, at minimum, you're a minimalist. That's what I be calling myself, a minimalist, a midi. But you are somebody who is under an undercover maximalist, and you have more in you than you allow yourself to express when it comes to your style. And so you'll tone yourself down, you'll pare it down, you'll try to play it safe, keep it cute, but you're not demure. Like, that's not your lane. Demure is not your lane. Your lane is to be bold, in your face, extra. Like, you get to do that because that's really who you are in real life. Like, this is what you do. And so I felt like that was like the perfect way to describe what I want for myself as well. Like, I really do want to get to more of a maximalist space. And but I still want to do it like on my terms. Like, I see people who dress, who consider themselves to be maximalists, and I see their style, and it is so much fun. And I also know that it is not me. Like, I wouldn't wear it that way, but it doesn't mean that they're doing too much. They are just very much them. And so I want to discover what that looks like for me to kick it up a notch, like to take it even further, to be even more different, to be even more creative, to be even more out there. And so I'm not going to say that I'm on a journey to be a maximalist, but I do I do want to help uncover the undercover maximalists, because I think that there are more of us than we are admitting. And the fact that we make the maximalist influencer so popular lets me know that you are inspired by them, but you also may be afraid to embody that for yourself. And so I don't know if that's like a campaign or what, but I just felt that when I saw it, I was like, ooh, that's really good. So that's my thing, y'all. And that's why playing it small with your style, especially when that is not your style, it impacts more than you realize. And for me, it was impacting my business. It was literally impacting my visibility, and it was making me it was keeping me from attracting my people. And so more and more, I've been leaning more into the fashion content, but not just creating fashion content, not just doing the get ready with me, but really leaning into how do I create this in a way that's true to me, and how do I not allow the approval of people to influence how I dress, because I'm the one that's setting the tone. Like, I'm the one that's tapping into what I want to express and what I want to put out into the world. And I can't do that if I'm first trying to seek the validation and approval of other people. And so I say that, but what that might look like for me is feeling like, oh, maybe I shouldn't put this and this together because this might be too out there. Like, people might look at this and be like, oh, like, I don't know about that. Like, I don't think you missed with that one. Like, I just thought about someone's video where people were doing that, and the first thing that came to my mind is, who asked you? It I don't I It really bothers me when people offer their unsolicited style advice to people. Like, no one asked you that. But anyway, it's neither here nor there. But I just do I want to be able to, like, push the envelope, push the boundaries, and to really see what I am capable of creating with my style. So that is that. I want to know, y'all, do you feel like your plan gets small when it comes to your style? Are you playing it small? Are you trying to tone it down? And if you are, then why do you what's happening in your life, or what's happened in your life that makes you feel like that? Like, what have you experienced that makes you feel like, I do want to pull it back and tone it down? Like, let's talk about it and let's make it a conversation, because what I think that you'll find is that there are more of us that can relate to it than not. Like, you see the people who seem so bold and so courageous, and that doesn't mean that they're not, but there are so many, like, millions of more people who are just watching, but they're not participating. Right? Like, there are so many people that can relate to that experience. And so let's talk about it. Let's encourage one another, and let's show up like the people that we want to be, because you're you for a reason. So you should be able to express that and put it out into the world. So I want to know, do you feel like you are playing it small? Are you settling in your style? Let's have a conversation about that. And as we're doing that, as you're leaving your comments, I am going to bring up our next I'm going to bring up our next board, or our next section. So I've been doing, along with the permission to put it on style challenge that we're doing this week, I also decided that I'm going to start doing a series called Permission to Put It On. And the series is different style advice and different things that I'm bringing together. I'm answering y'all questions, basically, your style questions, and I'm showing you what it looks like to be able to do the things that you want to do when it comes to your style. So today, I'm responding to a request from one of my subscribers who said that she wants to know what she should wear for the summertime. She wants to know what kind of summer clothes to wear. She asked about what kind of fabrics are good to wear. And so I'm gonna bring up, I put together a board for y'all. I'm gonna bring it up, summer must haves, and I'm gonna share my screen over here in just a minute. Let me go ahead and bring it up. Mm, uh, let's see what happens. Okay. All right, there we go, y'all. Okay. I feel like I always move in slow motion once I start sharing my screen on here. We will update this software one day. Well, let's bring it up. Okay, so this is my list of summer must-haves. So I did my best to create a mix of skirts, dresses. Actually, I don't know if dresses are on here, but skirts, pants, and shorts. So the first thing that came to my mind when I thought about summer clothes is definitely this style of pant, like this is the skirt. So let me go to the pants. Okay, right here. She's got a pair of them on. So, this is the crochet pants, but I'll show y'all these first. Clearly, I'm not getting to the pants I want to talk about. So, crochet pants, I don't know if y'all have ever considered crochet pants before. I have a pair of crochet shorts. I got a little bit of everything crochet, but I don't have crochet pants yet. But I felt like this would be a cool addition to have because, for one, they are super comfortable, super stretchy, there it can fit a wide range of bodies, like it can look good on anybody, and they come in different styles too. So like these kind of like the hammer pants style here, but you have the breathability of a crochet, which is why it's one of my favorite fabrics to wear during the summertime because it's so breathable. Like it just feels like it kind of feels like you're wearing nothing, but it's also so fun and vibrant and playful. And so I feel like this one is one that I don't ever see people talking about. Let me show y'all a couple other ones. I think these were one of my favorites. Yeah. And this one here, this is actually a set. It's actually a set. And you can see over here too, she's got it together. See a couple of people wearing it. I don't know where the set's from. Somebody's asking, but I don't know if they answered that comment. But you have these where it's kind of like a wide leg crochet. You could do flare pants where they're fitted at the thighs and then they flare at the knees. Let's see if I have a pair like that. These kind of do it. So something like this, I actually like this pair too. I like the squares of the crochet. And so having something like this, you could pair it easily with a t-shirt like she is. Like this is it kind of elevates it a little bit. It makes it look like you're doing a whole lot, but you're really not. And you're also super comfortable. You could wear it with a crop top, you could wear it with a tank top. You could wear it as a set if it comes in a set. And so you have a lot of options when it comes to that. But this is one of the first ones that I would definitely say add to your list. I think this one here, she has it with a button down. She really, I like, no, it's not a button, that's a towel. But it could also be with a button down, even if it's like a linen one. This would just be a really cute addition to have to your closet. So the next thing that I am suggesting is a wrap skirt. Now, I know y'all have heard of wrap dresses, but wrap skirts are so easy. And this is one of those things, it's another one of those things that is for everybody. Like anybody can wear a wrap skirt and look good in it, but you can also wear it and it be your style. Like it matches you. Like you can make it your own. So here she's got it with a t-shirt, so it's really dressing it down. She paired it with chucks, and I think that this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is the linen. So it's also like a really lightweight, breathable fabric. But the wrap skirts, not only are they good to have, easy to wear, but you can also be versatile with it. I posted a video on my socials. Actually, I have a YouTube short. I posted on YouTube Shorts where I took a wrap skirt and I actually transformed it into a top. So now you got multiple pieces in one. Like you making your clothes work for you. So that's another one that I would suggest. Not only that, but it's also, again, like it gives you space, it gives you room to breathe. It's not, keeping your legs all close together. It just gives you some space to work with. So that's the next suggestion. Now I can find the pants. So summer pants, you can still wear pants in the summertime. And this style here, this is like some of my favorites. Only thing that I don't like about these personally is where they hit the waist, but that's on me. Like I prefer something that's either higher waist or low waist, and this one kind of hits like right in the middle. But especially if you have a straighter body type, then you might feel even more comfortable with this. And so you could wear this again with a button down shirt. You could also wear it where it's just like a full, like flowy, oversized kind of look. And so these kind of pants are also lightweight, breathable. Sometimes they are advertised as swimsuit cover ups, but you can find some that are not too sheer. So you can wear those as well. Here's another pair of pants. These, I like the waist on this one. This one's a higher waist, but this is like a wide leg also. And then she has this with chucks, a t-shirt. This is comfortable, it's cute, it looks fashionable. This is another great option for the summertime. And then I liked these two. Now I don't have a pair of pants like this yet, but I feel like I'm being sold because I've seen a couple of people try on this style and I really like it. And what I like most about it is that it has like that kind of like, yeah, the balloon pants. Like they have like that cargo feel, or even like the feel of a harem pant, but they're not drop crotch because I don't like the drop crotch. Like I don't need that much space in my pants. So if you are not a fan of the harem, but you still want to have like that fullness of the pants, like you like the drama of it, and also just the comfort, then I would suggest trying out some balloon pants. And then I think that there's also a pair of pants on here that are linen. So there's two. I think I'll go with this one. Linen pants. These are great because it's got a thick waistband, elastic waistband, easy to wear. If you buy the set, that you automatically have an outfit. But even if you don't do this, you could still have this with a tank top, maybe something that's got like a little cow neck to it. You could do it with a t-shirt, again, tie a knot in it. So you got a lot of options for some summer pants as well. So those, like, try it out. Which style of pants do you think that you would go for? Or better yet, which which thing is exciting you so far between the wrap skirt, the crochet pants, or the summer pants that I showed you? Which one do you feel like you're really leaning towards? I already told y'all mine is gonna be crochet all day. Okay. Crochet all day. Let's see, making sure. Oh, okay. Here's the next one. So I'm not a big fan of Bermuda shorts. And y'all, one thing I got to make sure that I say is that when you're asking for my suggestions, I do my best to give a wide range of options, but I know how I am, and I kind of steer clear from certain things. And I'm saying that because I did not put Bermuda shorts on this at all. at all. I hate Bermuda shorts, y'all. I hate them. I don't like them. I've never liked them. I feel like they stop at a very unflattering part of my body. And so I personally I don't wear Bermuda shorts. But I do like the idea of a capri pant. And so capris are not like exclusively a summer item, but they are good for the summer, especially because the fabric tends to be a lighter weight, right? So I like this whole look here. I think this is so cute, so sophisticated. It's so fun. I'm gonna find a way to replicate it actually. But I think like a capri pant is definitely underrated. And there was a creator that I saw while I was scrolling on TikTok one day who was showing capris as an alternative to wearing like denim shorts, especially like, the Daisy Dukes where the cheeks are out. Like if you don't want to wear that this summer, she suggested wearing capri pants instead. And so capri capri pants capris wearing capris instead. And so when she said that, I was like, wow, I had really never tripped off of capris before, but now seeing it, I'm like, okay, I gotta get into it. I gotta get into it. So here's another example of it. These could, you can make your own capris. Like that's super easy to do. If you I have a video on how to hem your pants that I did a couple of weeks ago with my mom's zebra print outfit. So go and check that out. You can use that same strategy for capris. So you could take a pair of pants, maybe you got a pair of pants, some dress pants or something that you don't really want to wear anymore. Maybe they got too short. Then you could make them even shorter. If they shrunk in the washing machine or in the dryer, that's okay. Go ahead and cut off a few inches and turn them into some capris. And this is another good option to have. And so you're seeing the capris worn here with a lot of things that like expose, your midsection, or are maybe you may not feel comfortable with the way that it hits you on your body. And so you don't have to wear something that's as form fitting all the way around. Like you could wear your capris with a more flowy top, with something that's maybe a little bit longer, so you don't have to wear it styled exactly as you're seeing here. The goal is just to get you to see that you do have some options, some fun options for the summertime that are still cute. I personally do like the idea of wearing it with a mesh top because it's a summertime and it's fun to be able to show a little bit of skin. So if that's something that is your wheelhouse, then absolutely go for it. All right. So now I'm gonna show y'all one that I think that a lot of people have not thought about before, and that is wearing your button downs as a skirt. Okay, stay with me on this. So this here, and I think that I'll do I'll do a remake of how to do this, but this is super easy to accomplish, y'all. So all you have to do is take two button downs, button them together, like literally combine them together, put it on like a skirt, and then tie the sleeves around your waist. So you can see here, the sleeves are, I think this might actually be a skirt though, but you can make it. You don't have to purchase the skirt like this, but you take the sleeves, tie it around. I think that might be a sleeve either right there, or right there. The extra sleeves that you are not using to tie around your waist, you just tuck them inside. And again, I'll show y'all. I'll make a video and I'll show y'all what I'm talking about. But take it, tuck it inside, and now you have a skirt. And so that's one option there. And then you could also, if you want something that's a little bit shorter, do a shorter button up. I was gonna see if it's not playing it. So this one is another one. This is why I said I'm gonna show y'all how to do it, because this is not a tutorial. This video is not a tutorial. But if you have some button ups, so all you need is two button ups and some safety pins, and you can make this look for yourself. Okay. So all you got to do is take it, bunch up the shirts, and safety pin them together, and it creates like that balloon, like ruching kind of effect to it. And this is something else that you can wear. You can wear it with a t-shirt. Again, you can wear it with a tank top, tie a knot in it. You could wear this with a vest, especially if you have like a cute denim vest or any kind of vest that's not a sweater vest, basically. Then you can wear that together, put it on with a sandal or a boot like she has here, and you are going to look so cute. And it's also fun because you get to upcycle your clothes. So you get to take those button downs and you get to make them work overtime, because again, they don't have to just do one job. Like, we need to put our clothes to work. In this economy, everything needs to be working, okay? Anyone's position can be cut. And then this is another example. This is a very like straightforward example of how to wear two button downs and turn them into a skirt. So you see here, she didn't even bother to tie it around. She just kept the sleeves down. And so now it kind of creates like an asymmetrical hem. And I also think this is so cute. And then I like this little peak here. If you wanted to do something like that, then you would just have to get like some lace shorts, wear them under. Or if you want something that doesn't expose that much skin, then you could do, some shorts under it. You could even do it over some denim shorts, to be honest with you. So these are some other things that you can do. Can I use the remote? Kyrie, you don't have to ask me that. Ow. Wait till I'm done. All right, so this is my fun upcycle option. Another reason why I chose this one, y'all, is because I'm noticing that there's like an uptick in people wanting to upcycle in general and are looking for different ways to like really do some fun things with their clothes and express themselves more. And I think that's why my upcycle videos have been doing so well right now, because it's the season for it. Like, people want to know, like, okay, how can I make some of this stuff myself? Especially when we got the tariffs and the trade wars happening. There's just a lot going on, and everything is getting more expensive. And so people are looking for ways to still be able to express themselves that also is budget friendly or cost conscious. So I wanted to make sure that I showed y'all that while you definitely have some options for what you can put on your shopping list, you also have options for shopping your closet. And if you have some pieces that you don't mind altering, or even if with the button downs, you don't have to alter anything. You just got to find some shirts in your closet, button them together. Now you got a new outfit. So just showing you that you have way more options than you may think that you do. So I wanted to make sure that I highlighted that, because that's my thing. Like, that's important to me. So I wanted y'all to see that. So let's see. I want to see this one up close. Yeah, this is another example of the button ups. The sleeves are out on this one, but if you look right over here, this is an actual skirt, but you could do the same thing with the button downs and just tuck the sleeves inside. Hey, Adrian, I'm actually going through the summer clothes, girl. The stuff to wear for the summertime. So we have gone through just about everything. The last one that I want to show y'all is I think they're kind of separated into two categories. So the first thing that you can do is wear your button downs and wear a denim skirt over it, or any kind of skirt that has buttons or zippers in the front. So especially if you're trying to get into mini skirts, but maybe you're still not all the way comfortable with just having the skirts, and then having maybe you're not all the way comfortable with the skirts, or maybe you just want to find a new way to do something different with your shirts. Either get a long button down or an oversized button down and wear your skirt over it, and kind of almost have it be like a belt instead of an actual skirt. And so this is another fun way to just kind of like add an accessory or another element to your clothes. Then it's still summer appropriate, especially if this is like a lightweight button down, or if it is a linen button down, then you can do something like this and really zhuzh it up. Then the next thing that I wanted to show y'all that's in that same realm, this is the same one here, same concept, but this is with a leather skirt instead. Which, I mean, I stand both of them. I've actually done this, something similar to this, plenty of times, and it is one of my favorite things to do. I just love being able to like make button down something that I enjoy wearing, because just as is, I'm not a big fan of button downs. I feel like they're just way too buttoned up and professional. But adding these different elements to it, it brings the personality to the shirts. And so most people already have a button down in their closet. And if you don't have a skirt, then this will be a cool incentive to find a skirt or to repurpose something that you have in your closet. Like if you have a tube top, my friend, she just did that with her birthday outfit. She took her tube top, her denim tube top, and she wore it as a skirt, and she wore it over a longer skirt, so it had like this cool layered effect to it, and she looked so cute. And I was so proud of her for doing that. I love the layers. Layers are the way to make the outfit your own. So I wanted to show y'all those. And then this is going to be the last option, I believe. And this one is kind of the same concept, but you're flipping it. So instead of wearing the skirt on the outside, wear the skirt under it. So if you have a mesh skirt, or if you have I've done this with a button down before, but that's going to look a little different at the waistline. So if you did do something like that, then you want to make sure you have something that cinches your waist so you can kind of cover up the bulk. You've worn skirts as tops before? Yeah. So this is like the same concept, but you're flipping it around. So turn your tops into skirts. So this one's fun too. I think that this one is makes me excited because it is a little sexier, but it's also still covered up, you know? So, and if you don't want your bottom exposed, then you could easily wear some shorts under this. So you're not really showing anything but your legs. And this is another cool way to incorporate vests into your outfit. So this could also be a dress too. This isn't a dress on her because it's opened up clearly. But if you have a dress that buttons down like that, open up the buttons, pair a button down under it, and now you have a vest. You're welcome. So yeah, so you could do this. Something that I like to do because I don't have a lot of, well, no, that's not true. I like to buy mesh pieces, but let's say you don't, and maybe you have a dress that is a sheer overlay, and then maybe it has a slip underneath. Y'all know what I'm talking about? Like one of those dresses where it's got the shell inside, but it's on the outside, it's a sheer dress. Take out the shell from under the dress, wear the dress in this style, and you could still, let's say like this is the whole dress is this. The whole dress is this sheer overlay. You don't have the button down. Then you could put your blazer over it, or you could still do the button down maybe, especially because I'm thinking now you might want to have some coverage right here, but you could do the same thing with different pieces. I'm hoping that my descriptions make sense. It is a lot easier for me to just show y'all what I'm talking about. So let me know if that makes sense, if you get what I'm saying. But this is a fun silhouette to play around with. And let me show y'all how it looks with another outfit. So you could do that with a vest, and you can also do it with a blazer. And this is fun because this is a linen blazer. So again, summer pieces. You're not wearing a thick wool blazer. You're wearing a lightweight blazer, and you're pairing it with a sheer skirt underneath. This one is fringe. This isn't sheer like the other one is, but it still gives you like that illusion, and it shows your legs, but it's also kind of covering it at the same time. And this can be a bralette. This can be a deep V, not turtleneck, a deep V tank top, spaghetti strap tank top that maybe covers up a little bit more if you are not a cleavage person. So you have some options even with this. And even if you didn't have this exposed, this would still be a very sexy look. And what I think is really key here is that you want to kind of keep the illusion going and keep the toe either like a strappy shoe or something where your more of your foot is exposed. You don't want something that's going to cut you off at the ankles. I think the only exception I would say is if it's like a strap, like a strap sandal. A strap is fine, but you don't want anything that's too thick because you don't want to cut your ankles off something like this. You want your legs to look like they go on for days. So that would be my suggestion for that. Now, you could take that advice or you can completely ignore it. I'm sure you'll look fine either way. Don't take it as law, but I'm just thinking like this was intentional. Every piece of this style was intentional. Okay. And there are a couple of skirts, not a couple, just one, I think. A good old fashioned long flared skirt. This one is another linen skirt. And this one is very similar to the style of pants that I was showing y'all earlier. But what I like about this is it's breathable, it's cute, it's easy to wear. Anyone can get away with wearing this and be comfortable. You can play around with where it sits at your waist. So, like, even here, this is not the same skirt, but it's the same concept. You could wear it up higher so that you can maybe just have less of, more of a peak here. But this is so much fun. And I love that it is still sexy, but it's also a little bit more covered up, and but it's got like that breeziness to it. So these are my summer must-haves. I will drop the link to this board in the description box so you can go and check them out for yourself. And y'all let me know which ones are calling out to you. Which ones are you really feeling? Eh, oh wait, let me come back here. Okay. Hey y'all, I'm back. Oh, I can add it to I've been able to add this to the description box the whole time. Hold on. It's about to be there now. Now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Look at that. So y'all, yeah, let me know again. Let me know which of those pieces are you feeling. What's something that you want to try from that board that you maybe haven't tried before? I told y'all that mine's gonna be either those crochet pants because those crochet pants are giving me life, or the what was the other one? Capris. I'm gonna have a pair of capris. So those are my like tryouts for this summer. If I do find some balloon pants that I like, then that's gonna be just a fun bonus. But I think that's gonna be my focus. Is gonna be those two things I would love to have for the summertime. I think that's gonna really complete my summer wardrobe. Um, the mesh fringe or see-through skirt. Yes, Adrian. I love that for you. I love that. I'm glad that's the part that you came in on too, because I really want to see you try that out. I really want to see you try that out. That's going to definitely give you like that sexiness that you're looking for, but still like grown and sexy, not childish or immature. I think that it really, I love it. It's like it's covered up and exposing in like the best ways possible. So Yeah, that's how you do it. That's how you make it happen. All right, y'all. So let's get into our last segment. This is the last piece of this live. Um, Before I do that though, let me take a drink of water. Okay. All right. That's my kava, my non-alcoholic tonic. Oh, I love that, Adrian. Tasteful and tasty. Yes. All right, y'all. So we have come to the end of the live stream for today. And I want to talk a little bit about the style sessions. So I talked about those last week, and I think maybe the week before is when I introduced them. And those are the 1 hour sessions that I'm going to have a special for this summer. I've decided I'm going to let it last for the summertime. So this summer, if you want to work with me and have a custom strategy put together for your style, not only for the summertime, but just moving forward. So it's going to include a style test. So I'll give you your style personalities. I'll help you shop your closet and find pieces that speak to your style, and then also give you some inspiration on how to pair them together. And the bonus that I'm included in that is that I'm going to give you a strategy. So not only in the moment are we going to help you to get your style together, but there's going to also be some steps that are going to be custom to you and what your goals are for your style, so that moving forward, whether you need help with shopping suggestions, maybe you need to go on a little mission or assignment, maybe one of your things might be you need to take yourself out on a date and take your new style out for a spin. Maybe you need to take some pictures. Whatever I feel in the moment is going to be the best strategy for you. That's what we're going to help you put together so that you can put some action behind the strategy. And I do it that way because there's it's one thing to have the inspiration. You know, we have the Pinterest board, we have the people that we follow that inspire us, but it's another thing to put action behind it and for you to practice and actually put your clothes on and see how you feel in the things that you want to wear. And so even if that's going and trying something on in the store, like, you give yourself the opportunity to actually see how it feels on your body, how you respond to it when you see it in the mirror, how you feel when you go out and you get compliments from people. How does it feel to embody this person? And so it's always important to me that we can talk strategy all day and I can give you all this amazing information, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't put some action behind it. So the style sessions are going to be available. I think the link is in the description box actually. So you go to the description box, you can set up the link, set up the call with me. There's a couple of questions you got to answer so that I can get a feel for what it is that you need from me, and then we'll have our session together. So I'm looking forward to serving whoever needs that. I am I've been just having the best time seeing people put their clothes on and post pictures of it and share it and tag me and stuff. And I know that it's really making a difference in their lives. And so it just makes me want to help even more people with this. So I just feel good about that. So I wanted to make sure I extended that invitation again and reminded you that that is available to you. And if you are participating in the Permission to Put It On Style Challenge, I want to make sure that I encourage you, first and foremost, to don't lose momentum. Okay. I know today, especially today, was hard for me to get dressed. It's been raining. It's like gloomy outside. It's still not really summertime yet. So today was much more of a challenge. But even now, like, I feel so much more energized now that I put my outfit together, and I didn't have to do a whole lot. But like, once I started putting on the accessories, I had my earrings in. I was like, okay, I put in my buns in my hair because I had to wash my hair today, and I feel the energy once again. And so I want to remind you that you signed up for this challenge for a reason. You took this on for a reason. Don't lose sight of why you're doing this. You're doing this for you. Okay. So I want to encourage you in that. I want to see your pictures. The next couple of days, I'm definitely going to be, I got my eye out I want to see who gonna show me something, because I this is not just for me to talk to you about it and show you pictures and have these fun conversations, but it's about helping you to experience a transformation in your life that you wanted when you signed up for it. So I wanted to make sure I encouraged you. And then I also want to let y'all know that we are going to have our Get Ready With Me session either Friday or Saturday. I'm going out of town. So give me a little bit of grace on the timing, but it's going to either be Friday afternoon or like early on Sunday, like Sunday, like late afternoon, not late afternoon, early afternoon. So y'all can let me know which day you prefer, actually. So if you prefer a Friday or a Saturday, let me know which day you like, and we'll have our session there. If you're not in the permission to put it on style challenge, then you will not be able to join this. I'm sorry. But this is for the people who signed up for the challenge, because I want to make sure that I'm pouring into them, because they made a very courageous decision. And I want us to be able to have fun together, and for them to end out the challenge really feeling good about what they did this week. So, this is my way of giving back to y'all. So, Friday or Saturday, that's what we're going to do. And that's everything. That's everything, y'all. I may be able to come live tomorrow afternoon, but it won't be in this same setup. I'll be in New York and it'll be mobile. But if I can come on live, then I definitely will. If not, then I will supplement it with a video. So y'all be on the lookout for that. It'll probably be like a short. We'll see what ends up happening, but travel days are always kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Maybe I'll be able to do it live from the train, but we'll see. Got to play it by ear. And other than that, that's what we got. So I will see y'all next week. Yeah, New York. I'll be there for my friend. She's graduating with her master's degree in urban development and planning, and so we're gonna go and celebrate her. It's also going to be her birthday, and so yeah, we're just gonna go and celebrate her and all of her amazing accomplishments. So yeah, traveling. I still got some packing to do and everything, but it's okay. It's all right. Which is why I had to change today. I was gonna try to do our session today, but I still got way too much to take care of. So yeah, y'all. Y'all be good. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And until next time, bye.